Okay, so it's Mark here, and I had a few people, mainly on X, ask me with the HDMI interface, which is still working quite well. Still have the Fire Stick hooked up, asking me the best place to hide the wires, and it depends on your situation. My car's kind of dirty. Gotta wipe this out. So I have the automatic self-presenting door handles. So with mine, I have a ECU board kind of tucked down in here with all the wires. If you don't have that, honestly, that's probably the best spot, is right in there. You could just shove it in there. But for me, that didn't work because I have that. So what I did is, my other video up here, I connected and I ran the wires behind the carpet here, and then I'll just show you. I'll just pull this out. It's pretty easy to remove. So what I did is I have mine pulled in. It's right in there, and I used a piece of tape to get it in here, and it just kind of sits in there quite well. Oh, sorry, my hand is blocking the camera. That's awful. Sorry, guys. I'm not doing a retake. And then, so the wires are just kind of in here. And then in here, I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but I have the FM transmitter. Yeah, it's right there. And then what I did is, so all my power cables, most of them are over here, the ones that connect to the MCU, the green and purple one. This here is the actual HDMI input. What I did is I bought an extension cable for it, because I run it out through here and then down in between this little area in the console, which at one point I did try to put the box in and I just couldn't get it in. It was just too tight and I felt like I was going to break something, and I tried several times. So what I did is I'll come around and show you. Is in the driver's side is I ran it out and up in here. You probably can't really see it, but up here I have the wire for the infrared, the IR sensor, and it just kind of sits right there perfectly. This wire, I guess I could kind of tuck it in like that so you don't really see it. And it's pretty clean, like nobody's gonna see that, especially when driving. And then what I did with the button is I ran the button just out the carpet here, and I just used black tape, kind of ran it along here, and I used an adhesive to stick it to that. It's not the cleanest setup, but it's what I did. And honestly, no, you never see it. Your leg is blocking that. The HDMI extension, you can see I ran it out here, and I have my Fire Stick here, and I have a clip, 2 clips. These are actually from my Tux mats. They send you more clips than you need, and it actually holds the Fire Stick pretty good. So I have it clipped in here, and then I have another one holding kind of the wire and itself just underneath the trim here, and that's kind of my setup. But anyway, that's how I hide mine if you are in a situation where you just don't know where to put it. But I actually have to disconnect mine because I have to update the firmware, and I really wish I had a laptop right now. I have a desktop and I have a MacBook, but it's my desktop is a Windows PC, and then the software only runs on Windows. So I got to take this box out, which really isn't too hard. There's only a few plugs. Go on the computer and see if I can update it to fix a couple bugs. One, when you're playing Nintendo Switch on this thing, it kind of cuts off a bit on the screen. So this is supposed to fix that and crop it to 1920 by 1080 is what I'm told. And it's also supposed to give this 1080p support, which I'm hoping will allow me to then get the PS5 working, but I don't know. For now, I'm just going to disconnect everything, take it out, and try to update it and hope that it goes well. So hopefully that was helpful.